Thanks for joining me here again on Riverbend Springs on Farming Simulator 25. It's episode 41 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, it's me. I know. The world's gone mad. It's been pretty busy, isn't it? Bit hectic. We've got a lot to talk about in this episode. I've got a few jobs, some chores, some odds and ends. We are inundated. There's tons of contracts today. We're into August 2. Went through the night. Money's gone up significantly. It's gone up significantly because the playground equipment maker went through its next cycle. I've got some stuff to take up, which we're going to do. We need to feed the water buffalo, put a bit of grass in for the sheep and goats. We've got a load of stuff ready to go with regard to our hydroponics, greenhouses. Yeah, so we got. That's what I was going to say. We've got but they're all root crop contracts again. There's just loads of root crop, apart from that one, which was there yesterday. But, I mean, they pay out quite well, but, yeah, I don't necessarily just want root crop contracts. But that's all that seems to be coming up for some reason. I've got, obviously, a wood transport contract good to go. So as far as contract work goes, we're probably not going to do that today. Our wood piles are working out. But how we have got, finally, ladies and gentlemen, look. All aboard the Kimchi Express. So what we're going to do, let's get this in. We'll bring another one over and get that in as well. We might start stacking some bits and bobs up. If not, once we've got enough of each thing in here, that should just disappear. Oh, it doesn't take very much of that either. Okay. I might put another one of each of these to one side. But that does mean now that we have got our items, the things we need, and we need to be here for our kimchi. So our kimchi is all underway, which is brilliant. We have then also got, well, our other stuff is all, there's some bits nearly ready to go, actually. I'm pretty sure our, where are we, outgoing products? Charred green beans, the other ones I put on, the beetroot, carrot and parsnip preserved, because I did the root crop contracts. They're going to take a little bit longer. Yeah, spinach bag, that's almost good to go as well. We're nearly there at a full buffalo milk pallet, which we haven't had yet either, which is pretty cool. So yeah, a few things going on. And also what we're going to do today, hopefully, we've got rain coming in at 9, so I got up fairly early today. I'm going to put in a pig pen, because I said the other day that homestead pig barn, I'm going to try and fit it in along the edge here and hopefully manipulate the pen around some trees. I tried to put it so I could encompass that area with the trees so the pigs could root around amongst the trees. It just didn't want to know with placing. So I'll have a bit of a fiddle around, see if we can put it in there. We're going to go and get some piglets. Why not? I haven't got the requisite stuff for feeding them individual items. So we're going to buy some pallets of pig food. We've got some money. What we're also going to check under used vehicles, it's still showing the Nardi header trailer. I don't know, I don't think it's a thing, but I don't know if I need to just buy that and sell it to clear the deck so it will sort of refresh itself. I might do that anyway, just in case that's the thing. I don't think it is. It's not usually a thing. So while we're driving out to sell this stuff, then we'll come back, we'll get our trailer, grab some top mix ration, take that out. So yeah, a few bits and bobs, a few backwards and forwards. I started to take the lorry out to go into the wood transport and thought, I've done a lot of wood transport. There's nothing wrong with this as well. As far as a high stack goes, that is fully OSHA approved. Health and safety have inspected it. It is strapped down. As long as I don't go more than 120 miles an hour, I'll be absolutely fine, apparently. So, I checked the manual and everything. It's all good. The straps are strong enough and, you know, got a lot of light there. Let's just put the front lights on. So we'll head out, drop this off, and we'll be able to have a look. So it should be in the next, not growth stage, building stage of the next bit of playground equipment. What I'm going to do actually is take one of the long planks off here and throw a long planks in. Obviously the short planks are all going to go in there anyway, and then the rest of the wood beams and long planks we will sell, so a bit of extra money as well. We're probably in the territory for a big tractor now. I say big tractor, we've got the class, obviously, but that intermediate sort of size, I reckon 400 horsepower-ish. That's intermediate, it's ludicrous, isn't it? But when you think our class is, what, that's a 500 something, isn't it? I can't remember, wasn't it? 568, something like that. So yeah, and I don't know. Oh, I'm thinking maybe a McCormick. I did that on one of the other Let's Plays. I don't use them very often. I was thinking possibly a New Holland again, but then in that horsepower band, you're looking at. And what we're looking at, T8 Genesis. It's going to be something like that, isn't it? So I'm not sure about that. I like the T7s. Am I tall enough? I am. There you go. So as you see, that's started again. Axles and wheels on the ground, and we're cracking away. So we have definitely got enough in there. 16,000. Yeah, we're good for another 2, and my sawmills are still continuing. So we are absolutely golden there. I'm going to keep those strapped for the moment. Let's press circle. Unload these. Yeah. So what have we got to talk about? Well, there's loads of stuff going on, and it's that kind of. It depends whether I put it in the description as the title, or whether I put it as on the actual thumbnail itself. But that piggy in the middle, I feel like a bit of a piggy in the middle situation. By the way, the ultimate game of bullying, that is, if you ask me. Anyway, you're not asking me, but I'm just going to throw it out there. So, what's been going on? I've had direct messages, I've had comments on videos, we've had a lot going on from giants. I've been talking with content creators, and I'm just going to put across my viewpoint. And this is the first thing I want to put across as we're doing this. When I'm doing any of my content, any of it is my viewpoint, my opinion, and if you've got your own opinion or a different viewpoint, that's absolutely fine. That's what makes us all different. That's what makes us all tick. You know, we're entitled to have differences of opinion, but I like to think as well, I'm open-minded enough, and I would like to think if I'm having a conversation, not an argument, but a conversation, even if it's a heated debate with somebody, that if you're open-minded enough that if you listen to what someone's got to say and then say, either I didn't know that, I might go and check that fact. I'm not saying you're lying, but you know, I was unaware of that your opinion can change from outside sources. When you learn new things, we're always learning. If you close yourself off to learning, if you close yourself off to understanding or finding out new things, if you shut your ears, put your hands over your ears and just shout la 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 over the top, you know, I'm not listening, you won't grow as a person. You know, it's that thing. So that's the first thing I want to say. You know, we're all learning and we all make mistakes, and you know, that's all part and parcel. That's part of being human. We all do that. So my opinion is what I'm putting across. You can have a different one. And if you want to voice that opinion, actually, in the comments, you can. But remember, keep it civil. I'm open to a conversation. I'm open to debate. If people direct message me, I don't like being attacked. I don't like being not shouted at, but you know what I mean? People telling me I'm wrong. People saying you made a mistake. You've done this. You missed this. You forgot that. Yeah, it happens. You know, there are nice ways of putting things and there are not so nice ways. But again, written things are difficult to monitor because they can often be misconstrued by the reader depending on your own mental state. So you may, you know, someone might have just put a comment saying, on your last mod review, you forgot so-and-so. No malice. But if I'm having a bad day and I read that as, that's someone having a go at me saying, you forgot this. And when I've done a mod review with 46 mods, with countless options and all that kind of stuff, and I've missed one thing, I stop and think, really? That, seriously? But it's a thing, you know, we all do it. So anyway, on to the nuts and bolts, the nitty gritty and all that kind of thing, is, you know, the Giants thing. With the various different things I've been putting up the last few days, and it has been hectic. There's family life. I wasn't well the other weekend, I was ill. My content is made up of Let's Plays, map tours, mod reviews, always has been. I've had people commenting saying, you're sacrificing your Let's Plays. That's what your channel's built on, and you're focusing just on mod reviews and map tours. I've always done mod reviews and map tours. Always done them. Yeah, I started off with Let's Plays on FS15 doing stuff because there were no mods on FS15. On FS17 there were. That's when I started doing mod reviews. When maps started coming out, started doing map tours. I have always done them. If there's content there to do, I will do it. So it's that thing of, if they drop mods, if they drop maps, I will do that content because it's relevant at that point. When it gets dropped, when it's just been released, that's when it's relevant. And yes, sometimes the Let's Plays take a back seat, and that's not great. It's not a perfect situation. I 100% admit that and agree that it's not perfect, but it is what it is. It is the situation. It is the channel. And people have to understand as well, I need to do what's best for the channel, for me within the channel, for my family, being the extrapolation of if the channel is doing well and I'm doing well, that helps my family. Those have to be my priorities. And everyone's priorities will be different. Of course they will. That's the other thing as well. You have to factor in all of these things. So it's a difficult balancing act. And then you throw into the mix giants. And it's been interesting, like I say, the comments and feedback over the last week or so on the various different content that's been put up. From people, and what I find fascinating is I've always tried to, and I think I said this on the last map tour I did when I did the memory, I've always tried to, on mod reviews, map tours, everything I do, I try to give an unbiased opinion, but I can be biased sometimes if I have a particular feeling one way or another, but I will still try and put across both sides of everything. So I will often try to, if I will show all the positives, I will try and be as positive as I can be with everything. But if there are negatives, if I'm feeling negative about something, if something has annoyed me or something, I feel disappointed by some things sometimes, because I'm human. I'm allowed to have that emotion. I'm allowed to feel that. That's the other thing, because it's interesting how many people have been messaging me saying, you shouldn't say this, you shouldn't say that, why did you say that, you need to be more positive, you shouldn't be so negative. It's like, but I am allowed to have those emotions, I'm allowed to have those feelings, and I am allowed to put them across in a balanced way. I will always try and come out of a map tour especially, but mod reviews as well, with more positives than negatives. If I've come out of it with more negatives than positives, something really terrible has gone wrong. Either with the mods, either with the map, or, you know, and sometimes that does happen. And I will try to avoid being negative, but as I've said before, a lot of times people can tell by the tone of your voice, they can tell by how you're talking about something, that it's not quite what you hoped or thought. And I'm also entitled to have hopes and dreams and aspirations. Everybody is. You know, it's that thing of, you can't just say to someone, you shouldn't, you know, you shouldn't think like that or say that, or why did you say, because I can. You know, I, like everyone else, am allowed to. So anyway, back to the giants thing. So it's interesting in the comments on various different videos where it to me shows that I have put across the balance argument, because I've got people commenting saying you are a shill for giants, and I've said this many times before, because you're promoting their stuff, you're pushing their stuff, you're saying it's all excellent, you're not showing the bad stuff and that kind of thing. Like I say, I tend to. I always have done. I will show the bad stuff. If there's stuff that's negative, like with the Silver Unmapped tour, I wasn't overly impressed, you know, but I'm a shill, you're pushing this, you're doing this, you know, and we'll talk about the VR in a minute. We'll get on to VR in a minute. And they're paying you, and it's, and of course you're going to say that when you're getting stuff for free. I bought my copy of this game. I bought my copy of the VR game. I bought the MetaQuest headset. Put it on my credit card. Probably shouldn't have done, because I wanted to experience it. Like I said, we'll talk about that in a moment. And then in the same set of comments, you'll have someone saying, you're out of order. You shouldn't be negative. You shouldn't be having a pop at giants. You have to, you of all people should understand that we're getting this stuff for free. modders and map makers are giving us this stuff, we're getting it for free, you shouldn't be negative. Okay, so which am I being? Am I being a shield for Giants and being ultra positive and all their stuff? Or am I being negative and having a pop at Giants about their stuff? The same with modders and map makers. Which is it? If I'm getting both sets of comments on a video, then surely I must have put both points across, shouldn't I? That's the way I'm thinking about it. So yeah, now these are the sort of things, like I say, if there were no mods, and that's the thing, Giants have been chucking the mods out. I mean, pretty much on a daily basis, and a lot of mods on a daily basis. It used to be, you know, like I said before, 10, 15, 20 mods a day, and 20 would be a heavy-ish day, you know. 10 mods, 15 mods a day. We're getting days now where we're getting 35, 40, 45, 50. We had a day the other week where we had 60 plus. You know, I think last Friday was 46. It's a lot. And when you've got packs in amongst all that as well, there's a lot to do. And again, remember, I'm on console. That's my choice. I'm on console. But the prep time and setting it up and all that, it takes a long time. It's a lot of prep. It's a lot of setup. It takes a long time. So those things you have to take into consideration. So again, like I'm saying, which am I? I'm a shill or I'm not, you know. And yeah, obviously I'm part of the partner program, but I have to work for that partner program to move up that partner program. Now people say, but you're pushing products for Giants. I will show the products. You know, when the game was due out, yeah, we were pushing it. I'm excited about a lot of stuff. I like to be excited about a lot of stuff. I was excited about the game coming out. Yes, it's not 100%. It's not perfect. Yes, there's problems. We all know these things. But I still love playing the game. I love the game. I love FS25. I still do. I think it's brilliant. I think it's a great game. Was I excited about... Am I excited about DLC stuff? Absolutely I am. New content, new things coming out, of course. So if they send the stuff out and say, look, this is the whatever pack, this is the whatever, you know, I'm going to make a video on it and I'll talk about it. And am I excited about it? Of course I am, because this is my passion. This is what I do. I wouldn't be much of a content creator if everything I put out was all me being miserable and saying, well, this is rubbish, this is this. I don't do that, you know. So yes, I am ranting. People say, "Oh, you should ignore it." I'm not talking about just the hate. I'm just talking about comments in general. I'm talking about the fact that because I haven't done a Let's Play for a few days, and it has been a few days. All the things I would normally talk about on possibly a daily basis, if I was back to, you know, when we weren't getting many mods, that was what I was trying to say. On days when you might only get 10, 15 mods. Having the time in the day to do my Let's Play, prep it, record it, edit it, post it, get the mods drop, do my mod review, prep, edit, post it. If there's a map, potentially the following morning, get up, do the map tour, and you can keep that cycle going. When it's very heavy on any one of those things, I can't keep up. It becomes a challenge to keep up. I want to and I try to. So this is the episode back where everything's spilling out. All the things I would normally do, like I said, I've always done on my channel. I always come on and just talk about stuff, what we're doing, you know. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm talking about all the things that are happening. So yeah, so that, I mean, that's the reasoning behind the various different things with regard to someone said to me, "Oh, quite clearly you're not doing Let's Plays anymore." No, that's not the case. I have been asked and still being asked, when am I moving on to my new Let's Play? I don't know. That is my honest answer. I have to have that feeling. I have to have that oomph. I have to have that map. And I do, when I say map tours, and when I do my map tours, I will say that on a map tour. If I do a map or a map tour and think, this is the one, this is the map, I want to do a Let's Play on this map, you know, that's when I get when the juices start flowing, when you start thinking of ideas, when all these great things are coming out. We are in this very strange period at the moment where not just from Giants but also modders, and I said this on my last mod review and map tour, it's quicker and easier for modders, and I'm not saying it's quick and easy, I'm saying it's quicker and easier. What they do is not quick, it's not easy. But to bring a mod you've already made, bring it and make it 25 compatible and release it is quicker and easier than making a brand new mod from scratch. So that's why we're seeing a lot of the mods being ported over from 22 to 25, and the same with maps. So when people said to me, are you going to do Calmston? I was very tempted. Silver Run Forest, I loved that map on, not a lot, but we'll put it in. I loved that map on 22 and I did my Let's Play on it. The problem is, when you've put a lot of hours onto a map already, unless unless it's a map you think, you know what, I've got another 300 hours in that map, I could absolutely do another 300 hours. Am I going to go back and do a Let's Play on a map that I have done before? I don't do it very often. I'm trying to think when I have done it. It's a difficult one, because even if it's something I think I would love to, I also have to think of, but will people want to watch that? If they already watched my previous Let's Play on that map, are they going to want to watch another Let's Play on the same map? So I have to balance all these things out. It's a difficult thing. And I'll be honest, I'm loving playing on here, and I know people are like, yeah, but you've been on it for ages. I have, you're absolutely right. But I haven't had that bang, that wow moment, you know, that this is the map I want to play on. I haven't had it. Calmston's a great map. Silver Run, you know, despite what people were saying to me and about what I was saying, it is overall, it's a glorious map. It's a gorgeous map. And I think the overriding thing I tried to put across on the map tool was that, yes, Giants haven't really changed it. I mean, to the point where it is the 22 version. With the 25 stuff on it, it's all there available to use. But with the added ground deformation, with the God rays, with the lighting effects, it adds more to it. It makes it like I said on the map tour, the map it wanted to be when it came out. You know, it didn't know it wanted to be, but it wanted to be that map. But even with that, I'm like, but I don't want to go back on and do another Silver Run Let's Play. I don't. I want to do a different Let's Play on a different map. You know. So yeah, that's all been a sort of an ongoing thing, and I'm not having a go at anyone for commenting. Like I say, feedback is feedback, and the feedback I got on the videos recently has helped me make some decisions. 100%. You know, I don't know. We don't know. Any content creator, we don't know until people start commenting and responding. The like to dislike ratio on videos will give you a very clear indication. I was going to put it on one of my videos, actually. I was going to put it as a pinned comment. And it's something I've mentioned before, and it's the thing that still makes me smile. I don't know why it makes me smile. It shouldn't do. It should make me furious. But actually what I'm going to do, I think, off camera, I'll go and grab all of the stuff from the hydroponics. I'll grab all the pallets from here, and I'll stack a couple up. I think I'll put another spring onions. Have I got one here? Yeah. I'll put another spring onions and another garlic over here, and the rest we'll take and sell, because we'll get some more. Yeah, I'll do that. We'll sell all those bits and I'll come back in a moment. But I just think... oh, okay, that took some more. Should have probably used the one that was partially used already, but that's okay. What we'll do, we'll swap those around. Put the small one there. Put that one there. I'll do the same with the spring onion. We'll put a full one underneath. So at least I've got some spare stuff. Now, I could leave all of these in the actual sell point, but I don't know. I might bring other stuff here as well, and I might need the space. So let's get a bit closer to that. Yeah, so yeah, this is just me just having a chat. You know, it's explaining. Again, I'm not complaining about it. You know, I always say at the end of the videos, if you want to leave a comment, feel free. But as I said at the start of this video, you just need to think about how you comment and how you word things. I get into that. I don't like to get into a slanging match with people. Sometimes, am I like anyone else? Do things infuriate me? Of course they do. You know, do I get frustrated and annoyed with things? Yeah, everybody does. You know, but it's a case of, you know, tackling those things in the correct way, I suppose. It's difficult to know what is the correct way, you know. But anyway, so what I'm going to do, I'll do this, and then we'll have a chat about the VR again. I was excited. I'm not going to lie, and I said on the first VR video as well. I was genuinely excited. People say it again. People were like, "Well, yeah, because giants want you to push it. Only people getting it for free are going to push this rubbish." Was one of the comments. I was like, "Well, no, I paid for mine. I paid for my MetaQuest." And again, that thing of people seem to think, "Well, why am I going to buy a MetaQuest to play Farming Simulator?" You're not. The MetaQuest, you can do all sorts of stuff with it, not just play Farming Simulator, but it is an investment. It's quite an investment. It's a chunk of money. It's console money. So, but you can play. There are so many other games, so many other things that can be done with it. It's a kind of, in the world we live in now, I suppose these sorts of headsets are becoming almost a home entertainment system. People are using them as home cinemas and those kind of things. Do I regret it? Do I regret buying it? Yes. I'm being totally honest. 100% honest. I regret it. Yeah. It was a lot of money. And I was buzzing and hyper. Like I said, Giants didn't pay for my MetaQuest. I bought it. And I was hyper. I played PSVR on PlayStation 4 and loved it. Especially for racing games, but then the Farming Simulator game is not a racing game. It's very different. That was something I think I found in the comments. People were trying to liken it to racing games and saying, PSVR on PlayStation 4 and then PSVR 2 on PlayStation 5, playing games like Gran Turismo is way better than this. It looks awful. It is a very different game, to be fair, and VR isn't. It's never going to be. The VR graphics are not going to be like this. There may be some games that are. I'm just saying, for this particular thing. So, do I regret it? Yes, I do. I'm being 100% honest. I expected to come to the farm today and have people outside with placards. No more VR. No more. And don't worry, there's not going to be any. I'm not doing any more. I've got the MetaQuest headset. I'll probably use it for some other stuff. Am I going to do any more Farming Simulator VR content? No, I'm not. I'll explain why in a moment. Like I say, I'm going to get these things moved. I need to organise my thoughts, because when I start rolling through stuff, I then forget things I was going to say. So I'll try and reorganise my thoughts. We'll get the hydroponic stuff over. I need to get that pig pen in and get some pigs. We need to go and buy some pig food. I'm going to keep checking on here. I will whiz over and we'll get rid of that. I'm just very conscious of the amount of time I've been talking for already. So this is, again, this is me talking ranty pants, whatever, however you want to refer to it. Addressing people's concerns and that kind of thing. So see you in a minute. Okay, let's take this over. Our sell point that's over here now, I was asked, I didn't make myself clear in the last episode, and I should have done. I was asked what that sell point was, where it had come from, and the multi-grain production. Where is it? Yeah, the multi-grain production there had an original sell point, and the original sell point looked exactly like the small farm kiosk. When it got updated, that was changed to look like the one that looks now. So I'd placed a couple of the multi-grain production small farm kiosks, and in the update, because it changed it, they vanished. So I put in it gave us the opportunity to put in the new version. So that's where it came from. It's part of that. It comes with it. So we had this built. There we go. So we're over 600,000. We haven't been that high. Is it the highest we've been so far? I'm trying to think. We did buy some stuff a while back. So what do we do? Do we say, you know what? Let's whiz over to the store and buy a big tractor? Like I say, yes, it would be cheaper if one came up second hand. But we've got the money to buy one. Even if we spend like 350, 400,000, we've still got a load left, haven't we? Shall we? So what we'll do before we go, let's go over and put the pig pen in. I'll try and put the pig pen in anyway. My plan is to put it along here, this bit here. I might have to do a bit, because we took out the silage clamp that was here. So I might put it here, on the edge maybe, and then try and do the fencing if it'll allow me round into the trees a little bit. I don't know if it's going to let me, but we'll try. And I suppose we could put it... No, face on this way would probably be the best bet. And we'll also get a little trailer, bring some pigs over, put the pigs in. And like I say, while we're over at the store, I suppose we could go and buy some from the... there's the railroad overspill silo, isn't there? We could go and... Can we get it from there? Yeah, we should be able to, shouldn't we? Oh, no, hang on. Did I disable... Oh, it's all right. I'm just thinking in my head. Anyway, so bear with me just 1 second. Let's try and put that in. It's not quite what I was hoping for. The weird thing was... Is that grass? Yeah. When I came past this tree and came this way, it was fine. And then kept saying... Area restricted. That is the bane of my existence. When I do mod reviews, all that kind of stuff, yeah, area restricted is insanely annoying. How many can we put in there? 13. I'm sure standard it takes 20, doesn't it? Oh, 12. Oh wow. So we've increased it to take an extra 1. And you'll see when we open this gate. I think the pen is normally here-ish. So I tried to go further this way. It wouldn't let me area restricted. So I thought, you know what I'll do? I'll come all the way down to here. We'll come across the bottom. And if I come up the side of the shed here, and then just connect it. No, wouldn't let me do that. Area restricted, apparently. So now we've got this really strange... I couldn't go any further that way. Tried to get past this tree here. Again, area restricted. So yeah, I've got this. And the weird thing is, all this extra bit here apparently allows for 1 extra pig. I mean, at the end of the day, we'll have a load of pigs. I'm not too bothered about them breeding because we're going to get them small. So, do I get like... It'll take 13 now. Like 8 maybe? We could get 8, couldn't we? We could put them in. We could... I don't think we've got room for a manure heap. What I'm regretting now is having... what I should have done was moved those. Brought it all forward to here. And then made the pen... You know what? I'll dismantle it. All we got to do is dismantle all that. Bring it forward. Dismantle the fence. Bring it forward. And we'll be fine. Yeah, we'll do that. Because we've got this space, and it seems daft having all this space out the front of it. I don't know if it will collide with that, but anyway, let's move the mowers. Yes, that's the plan. That cost us 15 grand, so demolish it. Yeah, we should be. We'll be back to where we were in a moment. And then don't worry, I'll get onto the VR stuff. I know people are like, I just want to hear him rant. There might be people saying, you know what, I'm sick of hearing him rant. That's fine. Again, it's not a rant. I'm just trying to explain. I don't want people to be cross, and people are messaging me saying, are you going to do more VR content? Now, I don't know if that's that. Are you going to do more VR content because we really want to see more? Are you going to do more because we can't stand it and we don't want to see any more? So I'm just going to be open and honest about the whole thing. So no, let's get that pig pen sorted out. I'll go over to the store. Actually, what I'm probably going to do is whiz over. I'm going to get a tractor. I'm going to get a bigger tractor. Don't worry. I'm hoping I might whiz over and do the Nardi now. Get rid of that. Then maybe it'll refresh potentially. And then we'll see. Let's get these pigs sorted. I hath arrived at the store. The pig pen is, honestly, it's bizarre. I don't understand it. I just made it even larger than the one that was before, and it's now saying it only holds 15. It's like, what? It made it quite a bit bigger. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But at least this, I didn't buy it, at least this little trailer, that'll do 4 pigs at a time. If I'm only going to put maybe 8 in, I think that's going to be 2 quick runs. That shouldn't be too bad. Let's take this over and get rid of it. Nothing has reset, but I've been I know I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but we're at a point where there's the mod hub, when you look at tractors and stuff, just seems to be littered with all giant stuff. It's all giant stuff from 22. There's loads of class tractors. I must admit, I looked at the big brother of this, the Ross N Mods, the 8000 icon, because that now goes up to 400 horsepower. I did look at that, and I thought, but do I want 2 JCBs? I thought, no, I don't. Then I remembered. It's not a modded one, it's a base game one. And there's a couple of curiosities with one of the mods, actually. And again, I don't know if it's just me. I always say that, probably. Do I want to repair and paint it? No. What did I pay for it? Is it still charging? I don't. Let's repair. No, it didn't charge me. Let's repaint. It didn't charge me. And the value's gone up. So, actually, that was worth doing. Nefarious? Yes. I mean, just not nefarious. I mean, that's just downright dodgy. But don't worry, what I decided to do is rather than go to the silo to buy pig food, I'm going to buy it here from the store. Support your local store rather than getting overspill from the railroad, stuff that's fallen off a rail car as it goes past. We'll buy genuine stuff, you know. So I thought we'll go in and we'll buy some big bags of pig food. We'll load them up. So we'll get those from just in here rather than go to the silo to grab them. So it will just be... yeah, pig food bags. 1,000 litres for 1,000. I don't know how much we're going to need. Even if I spend 10 grand on food, if they don't take all 10,000 litres, fine, I'll put it to one side. Like I say, we're only going to have 8 piglets in there for the time being, so it's not the end of the world, so I'll grab that. But as far as tractor goes then... oh, sorry. I keep thinking I need to go to a different menu setting. I have those moments where I bounce back to 22 and other versions of the game. So here's the thing. I looked at the medium tractors. They're the similar sort of horsepowers as what I'm running on the JCB that I've got now. So we're into the large tractor territory. So I sort of bounced around. I thought, well, you know what? I said about the T8 Genesis, I don't run New Hollands very often. We could do that. We've already got a class. We got that second hand, and that was an absolute result. We could run a Fent, maybe, I thought. Oh, you know what? I mean, come on, it seems obvious, doesn't it? 351 grand, could do. And here's the weird thing. I looked at this. So, 374 horsepower. Go to this one that says 418 horsepower. Now, admittedly, that is a CVX drive. That says plus 35,000. If I go to the next one, which takes us up to 435 horsepower, that one's only 15,000. The 340, 380, or the 400. The 400 says it's 15 grand. The 380 says it's 35 grand. So anyway, I'm denied about that anyway. I thought, oh, maybe it's a possibility. And then I suddenly thought, I love the sound of this. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, and not everyone likes it. Obviously, there's the John Deeres. You know, it can pick up an 8R. 312 grand, not too bad. And then we can start fiddling around with engines. 56 grand to get it up. Well, I mean, it's 458 horsepower. It's quite high. I want around 400. So we're looking at, I would say I'd rather go over. That's still 55 grand. But no. So the 9S, I thought, well, it's 259 grand. That's not bad. Let's have a look at the engine sizes, you know. So we've got the 285. If I go straight up to the 425, which is 425 horsepower, it adds 33,500 on, but that still only puts us at 292 grand. I thought we'd be looking at 350, 400,000. That was my thought process. Do I want to go twins? Oh, see, I'm too obsessive about narrow twins. Wides and weights or just wides? We can go wides. It's only 2 grand. We'll go for a US spec. Of course, we're in the US. We'll go for a US spec. 294,500. Got ourselves a 425 horsepower tractor. So that bridges the gap between the JCB and the big old Xerion. We've got a front and rear 3-point. This will run that mower setup we've got better anyway. And we said, shall we invest in a bigger tractor? Yeah, we have. So, no, remember, do not lease, buy. Cool. I'm going to start with the pig food. then whiz over, grab the pigs. I'll come back for the... Actually, this will be here, won't it? We can always walk back over, grab this. With the trailer, with the pig food on, we'll get the pigs fed. So while I'm doing... Oh, you know what? I might buy the... I might get the liftables. I just think, why not? Again, I'm over 50 years old. I'm a grown man. I can choose what I want to do. If I want to go for liftable bags, I'm going to go for liftable bags. Yes, Steve. I can do what I want. Let's go for 8 of those. Let's start with 8 and we'll see how we get on. That's 1,000 litres per piglet. They should have plenty to keep going. So I can load that onto the trailer. We'll hook the trailer onto this. Let's go over and grab the pigs. So while we're doing that, VR. I think I might even put it on the thumbnail. I'm thinking now, like I say, haven't done a thumbnail yet, but I might put on there, might say something like, no more VR. I don't know, whatever it might be. Yeah, possibly. So, here's the thing. As I started off saying earlier, I personally think giants have spread themselves too thin. I personally think they're doing too much at the same time. And we're being bombarded with stuff, you know? Obviously, there's the next app pack coming, the first DLC. We've had the free content updates. Obviously, the Silver Run Forest map remastered that came out the other day. They've obviously been working on that. There was Farm Sim Kids. There's Farm Sim VR. You know, they're publishing for other companies now as well. They're doing stuff like that. And I said that right back when Giants were doing Farming Simulator. And they said Farm Sim Kids, fair enough, you know. Then they announced they were publishing them and doing that stuff with the racing game company. And I said then when I did the video on that, are they spreading themselves too thin? Is there going to be a knock-on effect? Will that cause an issue? And I don't know whether it is or has. But the thing about it is, there's so much content for all the stuff. Does it say open? No, it does. There's so much content for all this stuff. And like I said earlier, am I excited about the stuff that's coming out? Yes, of course I am. You know, any new stuff, any new content is amazing. We can do pigs. Shall we go with German landrace? Berkshire. I'm going to go for the classic spotted pig. Now, do we keep our costs down and go, you know what? No, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's go with, we'll start off with, in the first load, 4 of those, and then we'll get 4 of the 0 months, and we'll go from there. We'll fatten them up, we'll sell them on, and we'll do what we're going to do. So let's load that up first. Attention. Do I want to buy? Yes, I do. Thank you very much for warning me. Look at little tiddlers in there. So yeah, I'm excited about new stuff. I love that, you know. And when I said about the VR, and I talked about that, about PlayStation 4 VR, and I talked about the fact that growing up, you know, I've grown up through the entirety of the computer age, I suppose. I mean, not the entirety of it. We're not going all the way back to, you know, the first computers, but you know what I mean? You know, the internet, home PCs, that kind of stuff. It's all new and has happened during my lifetime. So when VR was that thing of, oh, you know, I think we went to the Trocadero. I mentioned this before. Went to the Trocadero donkeys years ago, and they had these enclosures with like a VR headset, and you could put the VR headset. You had to pay to go have a go. You know, you put the headset on, you stood on this little platform, and you could experience VR. But you were penned in, so you couldn't fall over and couldn't hurt yourself. And it was that kind of, whoa, you know, this is science fiction. And it was ludicrous money. I mean, expensive was not the word. So then VR becomes a bit more affordable and a bit more, you know. And I said right from the outset, how cool would it be to have Farming Simulator on VR? Now, I'm in this realm where, when I say on the title, Piggy in the Middle, because I'm stuck between giants, I'm stuck between subscribers, commenters, direct messages, you know, content creators. We're stuck in this weird, you know, what do we do? Do you look at it? Do you play it? Do you try it? Do you push it? Do you not? But also you have to understand the implications of it. Was I under the illusion that they were going to bring Farming Simulator 25 out in VR? No, of course not. I did not think that would be a thing. But some people seem to have thought that was what was going to happen. No, it was never going to be that. Is it going to be, or was it going to be the graphics you get for FS25 at the moment? No, I never assumed it would be. But when I did my video, my first video, I was genuinely excited. I genuinely thought it was cool. I was genuinely really, really impressed with it. And here's where we have a problem. Because VR is great to play as long as it doesn't make you feel sick. And I'll be honest with you, when I did VR before on PlayStation 4, I never had a problem. I did rally games, racing games, all sorts of stuff, never felt sick once. Not once. My kids tried it, my wife tried it, none of them really liked it, made them feel quite sick and nauseous. I never had a problem. This time round, and admittedly, I was ill over the weekend when I first sort of got the access to try it. Let's go 4 into husbandry, thank you very much. But that being said, since I've been feeling better, every time I've gone on it, I've played for 10, 15... Look at them go! They're loving it! Plenty of room to run around. See? Room for activities. So this is what we've done. We went round the back there, given a bit more space, bit of animal mud, couple of bushes. We're going to get some straw bedding in as well. We'll get that sorted out too. Can't remember where that goes. Whether that's just here as well, or whether we need to bring a... I don't have a bale actually of straw. We'll try anyway. But it made me feel really, really sick every time I played it, which worried me somewhat, I'm not going to lie. And so the thing about VR is it's so immersive when you're in it. And but the problem is, and here's the problem with it, it doesn't make great content. It's not great to watch. To play, and the thing is, your brain fills in gaps. It does that with everything. It will fill in the gaps. It will fill in, you know, your brain can do all sorts of amazing things. But when you've got the headset on and you're in it, you are immersed in it. It just feels, it's incredible. And you're moving around and you're doing stuff, and it just, your hands on, it's visceral, you know. Was it a little bit clunky here and there? Yeah. Was it fiddly? Yeah. And I made that quite clear on the video. It was, absolutely. Is it hyper polished? No. Is it farming simulator in VR? Yeah. There's farming stuff to do. I didn't do all of the stuff, but there's more stuff to do. Is it great content to watch? No, because the problem is with VR, it's different if you're doing a racing game because you're focused on, you're literally like, bang, you're in a car, you're sat, you're steering, and you're racing on a track. When you're playing a game like that, like Farming Simulator VR, you're looking around at stuff, you're moving around all the time, it's tracking your head, there's a lot of movement, which when you're immersed in it, you don't notice because it's your head that's moving. When you're watching a video, it's awful. And I'm hand on heart. I made the content. I put it up. I want people to love it more than anything. It was awful to watch back. When I was editing, I'm editing it thinking, it doesn't look too bad. You know, the quality's not as bad. And to be fair, I wasn't sure how I was going to record it, how I would edit it, how I would move it around, how I would post the videos. That all worked fairly well. But there's a lot of head movement. And I think one of the comments was, "This is the worst content I've ever seen. There's just too much movement." It's VR. I can't stop my head moving. At the end of the day, my head is moving because I'm looking at stuff. Like I say, but I'm the first to admit, and from the feedback received, yeah, it's awful to watch. It's not great content. I was making the content because I was curious, because I was excited, because I thought it'd be cool, because I want, like I've always done with all my content, I want to be able to say to people, look, this is here, look at this, have a go. The problem is, because the content is terrible to watch in VR, you can't convey that immersion. It's very hard to convey the immersion for VR. I don't know, it just didn't work how I hoped it would. There was a lot of animosity, a lot of anger, a lot of people furious about it generally anyway. Again, coming back to that, giants are doing too much stuff, you know? There's still that sentiment and argument, Just focus on the game, get that right. And it's that thing of do one thing really well or lots of things mediocre, you know? And it's a real worry. But that's not me saying I don't like FS25. I do. And there were some very strange comments around the VR stuff regarding FS25. It wasn't FS25, it's a standalone game. People saying they're chucking away their copy of FS25. Again, didn't really have anything to do with the VR, I'm not sure. But again, if that's what you want to do with your FS25, go for it. I'm loving playing Farming Simulator 25. Am I going to play FS VR on my own and not record it? I might go back in. I'm curious about driving a tractor. There was a couple of things. David messaged me about something regarding the greenhouses, which I might go in and try. But like I said, I felt really sick really quickly, which I wasn't expecting to, which is prohibitive to one, playing it for long periods of time, but also making content. It's not going to work. Now, is that me saying that the game's rubbish? No, I'm not saying the game's rubbish. I still enjoyed playing it. It was, still okay. And again, everyone's entitled to their opinion. It was interesting the amount of people that commented to say, I don't like VR. VR's not my thing. This is rubbish. This is terrible. Graphics are... If VR is not your thing and you don't like it, why did you watch the video? And that's one of those always baffles me. It's like if you're anti-VR anyway, why have you subdued yourself? Why have you put yourself through it? Why have you watched it and then got angry? I don't understand. So anyway, that's all a very long-winded way to say I am not going to be doing any more FSVR content. It's not going to happen. So whether you're pleased to hear that or not pleased to hear that, regardless, I wanted to try it out. I wanted to experiment. I wanted to give it a go. Again, it's one of those things, as a content creator, it's Farming Simulator content. And if I'd have posted my first video and it had gone viral, if people had gone, the problem is the YouTube algorithm just seems to be sending out to people that already watch your videos. It's not openly broadcasting. So when I posted any of my videos, but that especially, it's VR, it's a new thing. The algorithm didn't say, let's put this out to the world, let's put it out to the internet and see what people think. What it did was say, oh, that says farming in the title, let's send this out to all the people that normally watch farming videos, which means it's not getting a very big reach. But I didn't know what was going to happen. You never know, it could have gone absolutely insane. So as a content creator, are you going to try it? Of course you're going to give it a go. Of course you're going to try it, because who knows where it might go. Now, I can't remember. I reviewed this as well. Am I stuck on the fence? That's a good start. There we go. Now, I can't remember when I reviewed this. Was it a bale that I had to put in? I know the feed bit's over this side, I think, or is that where the slurry comes out? I can't remember. I'll bring the pig food over in a minute, we'll try that. But anyway, yeah, so I just thought, you know what? I need to explain. Do I need to put in a silage clamp? Not a silage clamp, a manure heap. There is one that comes with this for $8,000. Have I got room for it? Potentially I could put it where the little trailer is now. I could put another little manure heap in. Yeah, we could do that, why not? We've got one over at the cows, it doesn't hurt. We've got the pigs, so we might as well have the manure heap. Straw situation, I might have to buy a bale. That's frustrating because I've got straw. I don't own a baler, which means I would have to lease a baler to bale up what I've got. If I'm going to do that, might as well buy a bale. Let me go and get the pig food. Let's get the pig food in. And get our new tractor over. Of course, yeah, the new tractor. Right, let's go. Let's get this trailer back and get this sorted. So I'm like, dude, this thing sounds so good. Brian, look, I got a big Massey. It's a beast. I don't want to say bridge. I said bridge. It sounds daft, isn't it? Bridging the gap. Bridging the gap between our monster tractor. Who'd have thought when we started out on here that this is what we'd be looking at? Oh, I put the little clamp in as well. Not clamp. Well, yeah, I suppose, yeah. No, manure heap. I put the mini heap in, so that comes with it. I say comes with it. You have to place it, but it's part of the thing. So we got a little. So we'll be getting manure from the pigs. We'll be getting manure from the buffalo that we can put into the biogas plant. I need to put some more silage in there, actually. By the way, must forget that. So I'm going to try with a bale. Have I liftable with these? I did. Oh, it's the straps, isn't it? It's the strap thing. Come on, we were right a minute ago. Don't do this to me. Oh, there we go. No, what have I tried to lift up? A bag. Do that. Try that again. There we go. So I think... I'm sure I was in the right place. I'm sure it's at the front. I want to say it's at the front. I'm sure feed's over there. There we go. There goes the bale. I bought two. They weren't overly expensive. Has the bedding gone in? Let's... Oops. Let's get that in as well. Might have to buy some more. Oh yeah, that took all of it, didn't it? Wow, how much does this take? Now I'm really concerned. I'm concerned about the amount of pig food we bought. I don't know if we got enough. But at the end of the day, they're in. Might just go and buy some more. Oh, turning circle, and this is not, I suppose. It's a big one. It's certainly a big one. Always reminds me of those joke book titles. There was Growing Champion Pumpkins by Ivor Biggin. That always made me laugh. Science Fiction Weaponry by Ray Gunn. That was another great one. So taking, I might have to put it in. Oh dear. It's not going all to plan, is it really? Should I have checked this first? I'm sure it's here. Because I'm, as far as I was aware, is this going to have to go into a trailer? Oh, because the slurry point's at the back here. That's your slurry point. Oh, hang on. Oh, it's a bit further along. There we go. Excellent stuff. Right. Got a funny feeling it's going to take 8,000 litres and not even touch the sides. So, oh, there we go. Oh, it's all out here. How bizarre! But at least they've got some feed. Well, you know, I can check on how much they've got and what they're going to need moving forward. But that's all good. So there we go. I mean, today's episode was, like I said, I had some jobs to do. We had some things to deliver, animals to feed. I wanted to put in the pig pen, some bits and bobs here and there. Our kimchi is now underway. Is that dancing, or has it got windy? I know we've got rain on the way. Let's go for it. Let's just have a quick check and see if we've got any of those pallets spawn yet. Probably not, but I was just curious to see if we had our buffalo milk yet. That's worth a few quid, isn't it, buffalo milk, I think. Any of these yet? No, that'll be the next episodes. Yeah, so this was just a, you know, a catch-up. A kind of, haven't done one for a while. Here we are. Here's all the things we have happened since I last saw you. Let's talk about some stuff, answer some questions. And again, this is one of those things of me talking on a video like this. If I can answer questions, whether you feel I'm ranting, whether you feel I'm just answering questions, whether you feel I'm butthurt, or whatever it is you think, it's easier for me to comment here and reach a lot of people than individually respond to individual people, especially if there's multiple people saying similar things. It's just easier to do it on here. So anyway, that's the situation. Here we are. Piggy in the middle. I hope you've enjoyed the episodes. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, please don't. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.